This is Flo Rogan, and this is The Art of Rhyming, episode 53. Just because you rhyme doesn't make you an artist. You know how we do. This is something to aspire to. And we got quite the episode. As promised, I'm catching up with Mickey Diamond tonight. He couldn't make the Pro Dillinger interview, but we caught up with him. We're going to talk Gucci Gambinos. We're going to talk It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and just everything that's been going down since we last spoke about April. And about to invite him on the live. Thank you for joining. Stand by. How's everyone doing tonight? It's going to be dope because I actually got some written responses from Big Ghost. He doesn't do interviews. He stays hidden, so that's where we're going to work it into the interview. Peace, Mickey.
Yo.
How are you, man?
I'm blessed, man. Happy to be alive.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Happy New Year, bro.
Hey, happy New
Year. Thanks, man. How were the holidays for you, man? I thought I'd ask.
Difficult, bro, to say the least, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna get on here and lie and be like, yo, you know, I kind of had a situation take place over the holidays.
Wow.
That you know, threw my life for a little loop. But you know, I'm doing what champions do, man. I'm trying, you know, we're gonna turn a positive to a negative and keep it going, man. So I'm here. I'm still here. So you know, the rest is history. How was your holiday?
Good, man. Pretty low key. Just family, friends, man. Nothing too crazy. But I needed to relax, man. So it worked out for me, man.
Yeah.
So on a positive note, did you get anything for Christmas? I don't know if you celebrate Christmas, but did you get anything?
I celebrate Christmas. I celebrate Christmas. Normally, you know what? These days, man, I treat myself to so many things, bro. Throughout the process of the year, bro, is that, you know, my Christmas is seeing others enjoy, you know, the things that I'm able to provide. So, but I actually did get something for Christmas. I got a dope ass Karl Lagerfeld.
Oh shit!
A dope ass Karl Lagerfeld shirt for my girlfriend, and the shit is fire. So
nice.
You know,
sick, man. And I guess you're self-employed, man. So you create your own time off, right?
Exactly.
How does that work for you, man? How do you choose when to have downtime, man?
So this year was probably the most I've ever just kind of like took it serious enough to be like, you know what? Okay, I can take this amount of time off and just kind of relax and enjoy because, you know, there's been work, album, project. This year was kind of like that's where the whole 3 releases came from. This year was like, you know, the abundance of projects I was doing at a certain point in time was to compensate for a certain kind of money that I was trying to acquire. And when your stock go up, the number of units that you can move goes up, which means the amount of money you make off the drops go up. And so what you would have to do for 3 releases, you do in 1, you manage the money right. And it's like, yo, I don't got to do shit for like 2 or 3 months, 3 or 4 months before, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I manage it like that.
Yeah. You know what? I feel like you said you had 3 drops. If I go to Spotify, I'm seeing Gucci Goes 3, Gucci Goes 4, Super Shredder, It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and Gucci Gambinos is all this year. Is that right?
So Gucci Goes 3 and 4 dropped December, like a week apart, but I know Gucci Goes 4 dropped December 22nd. So technically, if you want to count it, it was 2023 when it dropped, but it carried over because it was the very end of the year. But, you know, it was, you know how I go, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's like a week before fucking New Year's.
Yeah. Got it.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I would count Gucci Goes 3 and 4 as a part of this year's releases. But technically, you know, April was Super Shredder. August was 5 o'clock somewhere. And November, or what was it? Late November, early December was Gucci Gambinos. And that's not counting the Lonus Coltrane, the remix drop that we did. So I really only count 3 original drops this year as far as how I look at it.
You know what? Before I forget, I do want to talk about the Lonus, man. How did that one come together? Because I know of him from a while ago. He remixed one of Shawty's albums. I became a fan.
Yeah.
And then I'm seeing he's doing your album, Dillinger's album. Yeah. How did that come together? And how did you guys get on Copenhagen? That's a pretty dope look for him.
Well, you know, me and Copenhagen is like this, bro. You know, that's who I started with. That's who I'm gonna end it with. But I check my DMs, and a lot of times I have like random producers, and that's, you know, a lot of people figure like that's their way of getting in, being like, yo, hey, I did a remix to this song, and then, you know, and a lot of times I don't like when people do it without, you know, getting your permission first. And so the Lonus Co-Train was like, yo, I did a remix album to some of your joints. I hope you like it or whatever. And I'm like, whatever. So I let it kind of sit in my fucking
inbox
email for a couple of weeks, like, you know what I mean, not paying no attention.
Yeah.
And then just one day, bro, I happened to download it, and me and Big Trip was going to the mall, and I put it in my truck, and I'm listening to it on my way to pick him up, and I'm like, bro, all these beats, I'm hearing songs that I know go to this beat, but I'm hearing, and it's making this, it sound like a new record to me. Like, you know what I mean? Certain songs and shit. And I'm like, yo, so then I hit him back like, it's fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to get us a deal for this. And he was like, when he told me he never had an actual vinyl situation for
that's amazing,
none of his drops, I'm like, oh, yeah, well, we got to change that. So that's how that came about.
And he's from Georgia, which is like near Russia, which is crazy.
Okay,
and, yo, I don't know if you know that, but I've been talking to him like before you guys collab.
No, bro. Listen, I never even heard of the Lonus Co-Train until he hit me with that. And then I got to looking and seeing that he had the other people's joints, and I'm like, yo, and then the artwork that they picked for it and the whole shit, it was just,
artwork was amazing.
Fire, bro. I loved it. That whole everything. We finna do another one. He already got the second one ready. It's already done. It's in my email right now, same as the first. I ain't listened to it yet.
Yo, he wanted me to ask this as if like I'm asking it, but I'm not gonna do it. He wanted me to ask you what it takes to become part of the umbrella. He might have been half joking.
No. Well, so what? So with the collective, it's kind of like a board, and so what we do is
I'm saying he wants to become a member.
No, and I'm responding to it. I'm responding to the question. Yeah. So what we do is we bring a nominee. Anybody can be nominated. It doesn't have to be all of us say, you know, we bring a nominee. Same thing as how Daniel's son became a part of the umbrella recently, or how somebody gets nominated by somebody who's already a member, and then we bring it to the team. Everybody votes. Majority vote is what gets you in. So if we vote and all the members say he's good, and then two people say he not, the majority going to rule. He umbrella now.
You guys are like a corporation, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Corp,
man. No one man above the team. That's the one thing that keeps us going the way we do. Is
So I'm sure he'll get this message. Maybe he'll put in an application or something,
man. Hey, I like the Lonus, bro. I like his beats, man, and I like the way his sound is different from the other shit that you hear on a regular. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's very unique.
And it's almost as good as original, but in a completely different way.
In a completely different way. Yeah. I actually have plans to do a whole album with him. Just,
man,
you know what I mean?
That's awesome.
Yeah, because he deserves it, man. Like I like people like that, man. Like people who kind of like, because I'm the same way. People who kind of like kick the door instead of just waiting for it to open. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're paying it forward, as they say.
Absolutely,
right?
And I always do. You always see I'm gonna shout some artists out. I'm gonna tell somebody to go check this person out. That's what it's about, man. You know?
Yeah, man. So look, I wanted to get back to your time off because I felt like, you know, I'm following different artists, interviewing different people. I might fall back from one artist for a bit, focus on another one. But it seemed like you did step back from social media, at least for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then when I caught up on It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere, you got a track on there called Scotch Castle. And there's a funny dude on there. Okay, Scotch Castle. And there's a dude on there who's like dropping you a voicemail or something. He's like, I've never really talked to you, but I thought I'd check in with you.
Yeah.
This and that. I'm like shit, maybe there's something to it. Like, is there anything about this year that you know made you fall back or?
So, you know, I've been open about you know, my quarrels with just the way my life goes sometimes, and you know, my battle with alcoholism and just you know, different things that go on in my life, whether it be my relationships and so forth. And what me being transparent and using that, you know, using music as my conduit, I think a lot of people resonate with it, and you get a lot of you become more connected with me personally through hearing those kind of things. And I think that with watching me go full steam ahead, album, year after year after year, to kind of just going, ghost for a little hot second.
Yeah.
Certain people just kind of was like, worried or concerned, like, yo, well, it's not like you would win the World Series back to back and just kind of, not play
Yeah.
baseball the following season.
Yeah.
So this actually a guy who paid me for a verse for an album he's about to do, but he's been a supporter of my music for a long time. His name's Old Granddad. He's on Instagram or whatever. Cool, real cool guy.
Nice.
And I thought that was a real genuine message, bro. And him himself, he has battled with alcoholism too. So that's a common ground for me and a lot of people. So he took the opportunity to just reach out one day. I just checked my Instagram. I hadn't been really on my social media. I took this opportunity for this year to kind of just go and live life and go, enjoy some of the fruits of my labor with the money I've saved, because I've been saving my money from this whole run, from like Bangkok Dangerous 1 till now. Like I spend and I buy and I pay bills, but I've been saving
that's
the
good.
bulk of it. So
you strike me as a spender, man.
Yeah, well, because I am a spender, but when you make money and in the ways that I do, whether it be my personal vinyl sales or my record deals or my tape and CD deals or the features that I get or just all kind of stuff, I get a lot of blessings when it comes to the music and the things that come along with it to make money. I put a lot of it up.
Yeah.
So when you do that and you spend and you save majority of it, going to spend $8,000 on an item or going to spend $5,000 on an item, it's really nothing when you look at the magnitude of the amount of money you've amassed and how much money you saved over the period of time, vice versa to spending it as you get it. I don't spend it as I get it. The most I do with a regular, and then I've been making money at such a large amount so consistently with the way I drop projects and so forth that I really don't have that like, oh, I just made $18,000 today.
Right.
Let me run to the mall. You know what I mean? It's not like that anymore.
It's not a novelty like it used to be, baby.
Yeah. So now it's just because I help a lot of people out. I take care of things. I support a lot of people. I'm planning for the future. This rap shit don't come with a 401k or an insurance plan or any of that. So it's like anything that comes left field or anything, it's like I have to pay out of pocket. So I have to always have money for that.
I know we've only talked through IG Live, but it seems like you got a different energy right now, bro. So congrats to you, man. Whatever it is, bro. Congrats to you, man.
Turning a negative into a positive, man. Life kind of kicked me in my ass, over this past couple of weeks, but I needed it.
Yeah.
I needed it. I appreciate when bad things happen to me because it fuels me to rearrange things about how I maneuver and get back to the essence of what got me where I am instead of being the Gatorade holding the trophy in the air victory. It's like, yo, I want that same fire before I won the fucking championship.
And I just caught your verse off the 1,000 words, your 1,000 diamonds.
Oh man.
We don't need to get into it, but you're like, I heard tried to shut up my name to gain fame. Nowadays my brain only on live and maintain. I was just like you.
Just like you once in love with the game, had to let it all go and come to terms with the pain.
Yeah. So it sounds like you had to step back.
Yeah, I'm transitioning, man. Absolutely.
Nice. So Gucci Gambinos and Futurewave, man. So I chopped it up with Pro. Mickey couldn't make it, but we did catch up, which is dope. We're talking now.
Yeah,
so you guys dropped Futurewave 1 and 2, then Gucci Gambinos right near the end of the year, a flurry of dope releases. So Pro told me that was planned, man. So how important is it you to make a statement at the end of the year? Is that something you want to do every year? Is that a yearly thing?
Yeah. So basically what I'm trying to do is I like consistency, or more or less what us in America would call tradition. You know what I mean? So I've dropped the album in November, every November for the past, I want to say 3 years. 2021, I dropped, my birthday is November 20th. So every November 19th, midnight, I drop a Bangkok Dangerous. So November 20th, 2020, I dropped Bangkok Dangerous 1. 2020, I dropped Bangkok Dangerous 2.
Right.
November 19th, and then the 2021 I dropped Bangkok Dangerous 3. Then 2022 I didn't drop nothing in November for my birthday, but I dropped Gucci Ghost 1 and 2 for
Right.
the, you know what I mean, and so forth and so on. So I like the close out with the end of the year type of deal, and I think that it gives people something to look forward to. And by me and Ghost not announcing that we was gonna do the December release this year and just coming out of nowhere with
Yeah.
it this year, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It gave some people
Yeah.
was like, I knew it, like I knew they was
Yeah.
coming with
Yeah.
something, so you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like that. That way, you know, if I don't drop something next year and I got everybody bracing for it and it don't come, then the
Yeah.
next year it's like, oh well, you know, maybe they break, and then it come out of
Yeah.
nowhere. It's like, you know, holiday gifts for grown-ups. You know, when you get grown, a lot of that shit, the joy and the majestic and the magic of the it kind of goes away. So I like to give us something as grown-ups that we can
Right.
have something to be excited about.
So, yo, I wanted to say, man, to me, Pro is sounding extra hungry this year, man. Not just
Oh
with the
man, what?
output, but just the raps themselves, man. I feel like he's leveling up. Do you agree? Like, how would you
Absolutely.
categorize his year music wise?
So this year, me and Pro talked at the beginning of this year, and me and Pro have been back and forth catapulting and helping each other, you know, as far as with the alley oops and so forth, for about, I want to say about 3 years now. You know what I mean? Like if you ever pay attention, well, you know, you newer to the scene, but we, you know, it started in around 2020, 2019, but 2020 is when I threw my hat in the ring, and we literally dropped either same day sometimes or a day before, day after,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you know what I mean. Then I got more music with Pro Dillinger than anybody else that I've ever worked with in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm on majority of his albums. He's on majority of mine. Whether it be a feature or I would do collab projects, whatever. So this year we kind of talked and you know, everybody's watching how hard I've been going and how serious I've been taking, and you know, it motivate other motherfuckers. You know, you like, man,
Sure.
hold on, I ain't finna keep letting you get all these accolades every year. And Pro see, when you dealing with real people, that got real shit to take care of, and this is a conduit or a medium to get them from point A to point B to get their life over the hump, they take it more serious than the person who just rapping just to rap.
Two feet in, basically,
Yeah,
man.
yeah,
It's
absolutely.
a
So,
difference. It's
you
a
know,
difference, man.
life and things that went on in his personal life and made him go hard like he did this year.
Yeah.
Same thing as me with the previous years. Life made him go hard like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? And that's why
See,
you hear it in the music. That's why you hear the pain. That's why you hear the aggression.
we had an interesting conversation where he's like, usually when his life is going like this, his music is like this.
Yes,
It's
absolutely.
such
The
a
same
crazy
thing with me.
relationship. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
same thing
It's
with
wild,
me.
man. Yeah.
Same thing with me. My life was at a very low point when I made No Liquor Before 12. One of my best albums ever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a weird thing, bro. But I kind of almost like capitalize and strive off of
Yeah.
negativity. It's not like I want it. You know, I want peace, and but that's not how my life is. My life is an adventure, bro. And anybody who know me and really deal with me in real life, bro, there's always some shit going on, bro. Like wild shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like a lot of my shit that I say in records, bro. If you don't know me in real life, you probably just think I'm just rapping and just saying shit just to make words rhyme. But I would say 98.9% of everything I say to some facet or degree is true. If I say I'm sipping hand driving a whip like a drag racer, I probably was at some point before. You know what I mean? And so forth. So
And it makes a difference as a listener when it feels
yeah,
authentic.
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
did you ever think you'd revisit No Liquor Before 12? Did you ever think you'd return back to that place of music?
No, because actually during the process of making No Liquor Before 12, I had actually stopped drinking. And that's why the album came out so good. It was a clear reflector of what was going on and what was driving me to that point. Me and Pro, we both had actually stopped drinking. We both, because you know, I don't mean to put my man, but you know, we both alcoholics to a certain degree when it comes to that. That's our
Right.
thing of choice or whatever, you know what I mean? And so we was going to virtual AA meetings together and all kind of shit, you know what I mean?
Virtual AA. Wow, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they do virtual AA meetings. We was doing virtual AA meetings and you know, talking every day and keeping each other afloat. And yo, I ain't drinking 2 days. Yo, I fucked up last night. I had a
Right.
drink. Yo, you really don't hold yourself account. You know, we good. Just do better today. And you know, that was what made us, and that's how we kept each other afloat. And that's what literally made me and his bond closer. We already was like this, but that shit made us. You know, it was like crutches. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was holding us up and keeping us balanced and stuff like that, to the point where we got to a point where, you know, you can have a drink now and like, you know, we got a better grasp on it. Like, I don't feel mentally with my alcoholism or anything like that, like how I felt when I made No Liquor Before 12. Even though I made 5 o'clock somewhere, it was more or less just a culmination of me revisiting the feelings and things and the situations and circumstances I was going through that I felt, and then kind of felt like I was going through that kind of stuff again, but at a higher level, because now I got finance, I got things that I didn't have during that point in time. And
It's
you think,
almost more. It's more work, almost more
yeah,
responsibility,
absolutely.
right?
And you would think
Yeah.
that kind of shit would make that kind of stuff go away, but you know, you can never
Yeah.
escape yourself. You are who you are.
Right. Right. So I wanted to ask you, Dirt Wave 1 or 2, which one do you like better?
Two, absolutely.
2?
I love Dirt Wave 1, but two, man, what heavy heart. The
Yeah.
intro, come on, just the way the whole album builds up. Futurewave did his fucking thing on the production. Pro put his heart and soul into both of those, and I thought it was a very, very, very well deserved look from for my brother, because Pro is one of those type of people, man, who he put his blood, sweat, and tears in it, man. And it's not just on the music level. It's for the team. It's in real life. It's at the shows. It's at everything that he does. And, you know, I kind of came in off on his back, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, he was the one telling me when I was nervous to drop and I didn't have a name, like, yo, you the illest. Like, go do your thing. You know, him and Snotty or whatever. And so I kind of got looks that, you know, probably should have came, or people would have felt, you would have thought that would have came for other people
Right.
first. You know what I mean? I link with Big Ghost. I link with Spanish Ran. I link with this, but you know what I'm saying, and so forth and so on. So it was like, yo, when's gonna be my time? Like, who's gonna be the
So
motherfucker that's gonna be for him? And Futurewave was his, like, for me it's Big Ghost. For him, Futurewave. Futurewave is his
yeah.
Big Ghost.
So I heard through the grapevine there might be a Mickey Diamond Futurewave. Can you confirm or deny, or
I'm gonna
is that under?
confirm. I'm gonna confirm it, and I will let niggas know. Yes, and watch. This
Holy
bitch
shit,
gonna be
that's gonna be
retarded.
crazy, bro.
Yes,
That's
this
gonna
shit
be
gonna be
crazy, bro.
hard body. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Me and Future, shout out to homie Futurewave. Futurewave hollered at me a minute ago, bro. I picked my beats. He sent me all smokers, bro. And
Yeah.
and I'm just blessed to be able to work with bro, man, because in my eyes, he don't work with some of the best, and he's legendary. And the
Yeah.
way he brings his production to fit certain artists is a testament to show how serious he takes his craft. It's not like
Yeah.
he just singing. I've worked with certain people that you would die to work with, and then you get beat packs. This is like, yo, you don't listen to my
Yeah.
music, do you? You know
It's
what I
out
mean?
there. It's out there.
You can't listen to my music, or you wouldn't have sent me
Right.
this shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I appreciate Futurewave, and yeah, we do got a project coming. The title was going to be, as right now, the title was of the project is going to be called Land of the Midnight Sun, and
Nice.
and we keep everybody confirmed
Oh,
that we
sorry.
will do.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying we're gonna keep everybody on their toes with this one. This gonna be one of the ones. This gonna be a diamond year, bro. I'm letting niggas know. I don't give a fuck who
Well,
rapping, who doing what. This
I
gonna be a
heard some
diamond
other
year.
stuff from Big Ghost. Like, it's not 100%, but we're gonna get into it. So here's the dope thing. You guys know Big Ghost keeps his identity hidden.
Absolutely.
I can't get him on here to do the live. I can't
I
get
can't
him
get
on
the nigga on the phone.
audio.
I talked to him through the DMs, but I asked him one time, can I FaceTime him? He like, hell nah.
So, yo, I sent him a bunch of questions I'm lacing into the interview. I'm going to answer his questions, his answers verbatim right now. So
Okay.
I asked Big Ghost if he got anything in the works with Pro. This is his response. I cannot confirm nor deny. I never wanted to be one of the producers who tries to plant this flag in as many places possible or jump on waves. The way most of my collabs happened was either while the artist was early on the come up still, or after years of planning to collab, or as a continuation of what we already established. That being said, I think Pro is an animal with these bars. He went absolutely crazy on Gucci Gambinos. I think a precedent has been set now. And truthfully, there's a couple moments of Gucci Gambinos that I felt like Pro was outshining Mickey.
Absolutely.
But mostly they just complemented each other perfectly. And any future collabs with Pro gotta be a level up from Gambinos. That's a crazy statement, man. He's setting the bar high, bro.
Absolutely. And I agree. And there was a couple of moments. So with the Gambinos thing was more or less of a so without going into too much detail, there was a project plan that was supposed to have me, Pro, and another member of the umbrella included, but the plans fell through due to, you know, whatever. And so business people want to go with the winning formula. You know, what works. We've done this, we make money, it sells out. So it ended up coming back to me, and I'm like, you know, I want a Big Ghost and Pro to do a project bad, but you know, I don't have no control over that. You know what I mean? And Ghost got to go with the business, and even though he might have interest and want to do, he got to go with the business of what's going to work for him at the time. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to use my opportunity as an opportunity to give my brother opportunity without having to do the leg work. The same way on Capital Games when I did the whole album with Camouflage Monk, and I gave Big Trip his own solo song, and I gave Mac Nice his own solo song on the project, you know, and put Substance 810 on the song on Camouflage Monk, and gave Jamil Honesty, you know, I give people opportunities to work with producers that they wouldn't have got the chance to work with otherwise due to business constraints and stuff like that. So I let Pro do him on this album. And when I was hearing something, because I put all the album together, like put lining up the verses and all of that, you know, like they did the mixing and mastering, but I put everything together for the most part.
Pro told me often you sent him beats and he kicked it off, like he said.
Absolutely.
Which is dope that you have that type of rapport. You know what I'm saying? Obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I trust him. That's one thing that with me and him, see, that's the best thing about musical chemistry is when you work with somebody you trust, you don't have to. You know, I hate writing hooks, but I'll write them, and I only write will write a hook.
You hate writing hooks.
I hate writing hooks, but it's only because that's the thing that ties the song together. So when I come with a hook, I like it. Pro is the hook master. Pro can write a hook.
2 seconds.
You know what I mean? No matter what. So it was certain songs that he came. It's a couple of songs that he wrote hooks for that didn't. I switched out and you know. But when he came with certain joints that I'm like, yo, I like this beat so much that I don't want to rush this one. And then he sent it back first, and it's like, oh, he got a hook and a verse for this. Like, oh, hell yeah, we going with that. And you know, I wanted my man to shine on this, and that's what he did. And I love every time somebody bring up Gambinos, how much they say how Pro got on there and went bananas, and that's what I wanted.
Set it off on the opening verse too.
Absolutely, and think about it. I arranged the album and everything like that, so I could have put my verse first easily. I wanted that for him.
Yeah. I want to ask you a quick question. I don't want to jeopardize the live, but is it? I hear your phone vibrating.
Yeah, that's
every
because
comment.
It's like fucking messages coming through. Wow.
Just leave it. I don't want to risk messing up the live. I just thought
that's because it's messages coming through and shit. I don't know how to stop it. I'm sorry.
No worries, bro. So look, Gucci Gambinos, man, you took it back to classic 90s East Coast gangster feel, soulful. Wu-Tang influence, the purple tape.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you're getting. I felt it was done at a high level.
Thank you.
You had some storytelling, some rapping on the hook, very like 90s reminiscent. But I feel like you guys really bring your own style to the table.
Absolutely.
So, as I told Pro, it didn't feel like a knockoff. It felt like something old but new, you know, at the same time.
Yeah, it's a difference between trying to replicate and giving an homage. I just wanted to. A lot of my albums and things that I do in this realm, since the first project I've done and everything I do in the process, down to the way I dress and so forth and so on, is always reminiscent of things that inspired me coming up when I was just sitting back watching and just attempting to figure out a way to get my foot in the door so I could be seen and so forth. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a collective of a bunch of artists that I appreciated and admired throughout the years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Cell from Dragon Ball, almost like Perfect Cell. You know what I mean? Like, so,
I'm not up on Dragon Ball, but I know you are. So continue.
Yeah. You know, so it's just he was just someone who could absorb your favorite fighter, and now he's him and he already a bad motherfucker, but now he's him and the other person that he's
Got it.
absorbed, and you
Got
know
it.
what I mean. So that's always been me, you know what I mean. Throughout my years, in my younger years, there was people, you know, watching BET, watching MTV, underground mixtapes, and going out to Jersey getting DJ Clue mixtapes and DJ Envy mixtapes, and hearing rappers before 2 or 3 years before they make it to the mainstream, and nobody, you know, like I would say like one of the latest people that made it to the mainstream, but I was listening to him like 2 or 3 years before, and I'm like, dude, this dude is fucking incredible. Was Joyner Lucas. Like when I discovered Joyner Lucas, nobody knew who he was, and he had this album. I mean, he had this song. He had this song where it's a dollar bill. You following it's a dollar bill. He on the dollar bill in his hand. And you following the dollar bill. Everywhere it goes, and you see where the money goes. And I'm just like, dude, this, you know, with me being conceptive and creative, I'm like, dude, who the fuck is this guy? And his videos seem
for
so high
me,
budget.
it's more rewarding finding artists early, man.
Absolutely.
Like, there's a bunch of artists I'm talking to, and then all of a sudden they're getting Copenhagen deals after a couple of years.
Yeah.
The name's getting it. I feel like it's dope that I identified them early. You know what I mean?
You know who somebody like somebody like that I really always liked from the first time that I heard him, and I'm noticing he's starting to get a lot of fucking like talk because he can really rap. Shotty.
Yeah, of course.
Shout out to Shotty, man. I love Shotty, man. Shotty. I remember when Shotty first popped on the scene. He hit me like, yo, I love what you doing. And I'm like, bro, you an ill nigga. Like, Shotty gonna be one of them guys.
Yo, I've been interviewing him every project since his first couple. Every time he drops, man, bro. I'm a hardcore fan, bro.
And my Aliens was fire, bro. Shotty just one of the niggas who got it, man.
Okay, so look, I like planting seeds. Are we gonna ever see Shotty Mickey?
Absolutely. Fuck yeah. A couple of times. Because see, if you pay attention to how I move, bro, I like niggas who can rap. If you can rap and you really can do your thing, I gotta do a record with you, bro. Because I'm the illest.
Okay.
You can't you might can rap good, my nigga, but trust me. I've been doing this. It takes a lot, bro. Think about it. I got 20-something projects, my nigga, and I still got bar like you. I'm not saying the same thing.
Yeah, but you know what's dope? When both bring it, but they don't sound like they're trying too hard. That's the dopest.
I would give him, and I would give Vega the same thing. I would give him and Vega the same thing.
Okay, so
they both are effortless with it.
I had a Vega7 segment for you, so I'm gonna get right into it. So look, of my interviews, of all the people I've interviewed some lesser known people, some legends. You and Vega, people go looking for your content. Man.
Absolutely.
My interviews with you, I had 2 apiece before this, are the most viewed. And I'm just wondering, with the buzz that you guys have, when are we going to see Diamond Vega7? That would break the underground internet.
Yeah. We going to do it, man. You know what's so crazy? Because me and him was, it was actually, we've been talking about it for like almost 2 years. And so with Vega, this is what I respect about Vega. Vega don't want no handouts. Vega don't want no easy rides. Vega don't want to be on a Mickey Diamond collab project. I'm the one that's carrying the weight because my name, and so we sold out and we did X amount of units, and it's because Vega wants to be a even 50-50. We carry it together, and so we had multiple conversations. Like I've given Vega plenty of advice and things of that nature, and I watching Vega capitalize off of it, man. He getting his flowers and he getting his just dues because he deserve it. So now I feel like when me and Vega do a project, because we already got the name for it and everything like that, when me and Vega do a project, like you said, it's going to break the internet.
You got a name, okay.
And I'm going to bring
2025?
I can't say because I don't know Vega's schedule. If he got time for me, you know, when people stocks start rising, bro, people it get different. So when he ready. You know, and I'm gonna talk to him in a couple of days or whatever, because we talk like Vega one of them dudes. He got my phone number. I got Vega phone number. I can get him on a regular telephone. It's not a DM and all of that shit.
I talk to him a lot too, man. Actually,
that's my guy. So when me and Vega do this project, we're gonna break the internet, and I'm gonna bring out not only my best bars, but it don't match. See, I know how the fans look at shit. And I don't care if we do a 9-song project and niggas say, oh, damn, out of 9 songs, Vega had the best 6 verses on the project. Mickey went crazy, but Vega, the same thing with with me and Pro and Gucci Gambinos. It all makes for a good record. Did you enjoy the song? Did you enjoy the project?
But both of you are otherworldly in different ways. And to be honest, when I gave out my awards, I don't take them too seriously, but best lyricist bar for bar, I gave it to you. But it was damn hard for me to pick
Yeah,
between you and Vega. But you guys are completely
I'm a
different in the end.
spank Vega. Listen,
You
when
know
we
what I'm
do our
saying?
album, I hope you, I'm gonna tell you, I'm saying this shit right now on it. I'm a spank Vega. Like I'm gonna show y'all,
Okay, all right.
cause see, it's a difference between a rapper and an analyst. I'm an analyst, so I know. I study fight tape. I know what it takes to make Vega.
But
You know what
but
I mean?
but he's also told me he's done 20,000 hours in the gym,
Yeah,
bro.
bro, so
So
think about it, bro. I got 20 something plus. I got features. Bro, I've been doing this shit since I was 16, bro. Like
okay, all
he
right.
can't. I got more punchlines that I forgot the album, the whole songs he got. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a veteran in this shit, bro. So it's like when it's time for us to get in the ring, bro, and me and him I guarantee you, if people like both heads watch the face, which was a phenomenal project, this shit gonna do different because
Man.
before niggas knew who a Vega7 was or niggas who knew who a Figurson was. No slight shout to Figurson too. That's my guy too. But for everybody was on this, I was the blind swordsman. I was talking this samurai shit. I was
Uh-oh.
talking this karate. You know
Uh-oh.
what I mean? I know how to swing a sword very well. So we gonna see when it's time to get in the ring. Besides my nigga Vega, man, we gonna have a
Yo,
good time.
everyone's gonna win. That makes
And that's all
2025
that
if it happens
matters.
exciting, bro. It's already more exciting, man.
Exactly.
So yeah, man. Back to the album, Gucci Gambinos. So it's no coincidence Pro is on this thing, kind of like Ghostface is on
That
Raekwon's album, right?
that
That's obviously
that was the whole
intentional, right?
that was the intent from the very beginning.
Got it. So moving along here, man. I know you're selective with the videos. I felt like this one for Word Bond was a level up, man. And that
Absolutely.
purple umbrella didn't go unnoticed. That was
Absolutely.
a cool touch,
See,
man.
yeah, see, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that Mallory Knox in the video?
No. That's my girlfriend.
Oh, okay,
Um
got it.
yeah, that's my girlfriend. But I appreciate her for being in the video. She she played her part in it and she did it very, very well. And
It's
I think she
always
complimented.
better when a chick is in the video. Let's be
Oh
honest.
man, and she did it. She did it so effortlessly. She didn't look like she was trying. She didn't look nervous.
Right.
She's not. This ain't her realm. You know what I
Right.
mean? She listened to the doo-wop, old school doo-wop music and shit like that. You know what I mean? So to have her support and to see her believe enough to be like, you know what? Yeah, I'll put on a fur coat and lingerie and hold the AR-15 for you.
Right.
Spin
With
the
the purple
umbrella.
umbrella.
Yeah, you know what I
Nice.
mean. I thought that was dope, bro.
So Gucci Gambinos, you sold it or you did it distribute whatever you call it through Del Winkle. You had like 17 goddamn variants, bro.
Man,
Like
he
how many
had like
units did you
he
sell, bro?
he
That shit's
he had
crazy, bro.
he had like 17 variants, bro.
He had okay.
Yeah. Went so we get to pick certain variants and all of that, but all in all, the labels have the final say in a lot of that. And I liked the variants that he picked, and I liked the variants that we went with. Would I have done so many different variants? I personally wouldn't have, but I don't knock it either because I think the way the Rap Winkle does things because of his fan base, I think it gives more people an opportunity. Like I noticed with the Rap Winkle drops, vice versa, the Copenhagen drops, because we do things so limited and so cut and concise over there. You don't hear as many crybabies on the other end, like, oh, I didn't know the bots got me. Oh, I had it in my cart and all of this shit. You know what I mean? So with the Rap Winkle, it's almost like, if you didn't get the yellow version of the Looney Tunes when you got the purple, or it was more than just one.
I really liked that one. That was dope. The Bugs Bunny.
The
That
Looney
was dope.
Tunes shit. That was my idea, bro. Like, you know what I mean? The same way with the remember the Mixzilla for the Gucci Goes Forward with the big Mickey Mouse stumping through the city for the Gucci Goes for the Gucci Goes Forward alternate cover.
Yeah.
That was my idea too. The same
Right.
thing with all the Godzillas, the Godzilla variants, and that was all that shit. All
So
that shit.
how many units was that? Was it 1750? Did I get here right?
Yeah, but 1750 altogether. Yeah.
And
but that's including I think that was including I think it was 2,000 altogether, including tapes and CDs.
Wow. Congrats, man. Do you find any difference working with like Copenhagen or Del Winkle, or does it all feel the same?
No, it's a big difference, and a lot of the differences I can't really go into the major detail and say on the interview.
Got it.
It's a major difference. it's like it's almost like the Lakers being coached by Phil Jackson, and then Phil Jackson leaves, and then they're being coached by somebody else with the same team, and the record
Got
ain't the
it.
same.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? The winning, you still got winners and you still champions. You still got the same ball players, and the game is still the same, but just under a certain level of comfort with a certain level of coaching, things tend to go a lot smoother.
right. So, someone told me that vinyl sales might be slowing down a bit, but it seems like it doesn't impact
it
you.
doesn't impact me, and I argue with labels about that from time to time. Now, what I will say is the vinyl sales all depend on the magnitude of the project and the lore behind it. So a project like Oroku Saki or Super Shredder might have a little bit more selling power than a 5 o'clock somewhere, or you know what I
It
mean?
makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, it's all about who's drawn to it. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So it's
right.
not about the vinyl sales itself. What a lot of people fail to realize is this: the underground market itself, bro, is a finicky market. Now, it's not the same as when I first got in and I dropped Bangkok Dangerous 1 and 2. And like my first with Bangkok 1 and 2, we did 125 copies each. So that's 250 total, one and one. And that was a big deal to me. Like when I sold out, I'm like, yes, like I felt like I did something incredible. But as you start to level up the numbers and you go from 250 to 300 to 350 to 400 to 5 to 6 to
1750, 2000.
yeah,
That's
you know what I'm
crazy,
saying? When
man.
you start looking around at people that you admire and people that got a bigger name than you, or people that you used to listen to, and they do 600 and they only move 350 of those six, and the other 300 is sitting and so forth. It's not about how good they rap or who the producer was, or it's all about the lore of the
Mm.
project. How did you present it to the people? What was the
So,
artwork like,
so,
and so forth and so on.
so I had an interesting question. Back to Big Ghost, who entered the live. Thank you for joining, Big Ghost. Um,
Those was the deal, nigga.
he's worked with a who's who. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Um, are you selling? Is he selling the most vinyl with your projects? I was gonna ask that question. It sounds like the answer might be
You
yes.
mean you? So let me make sure I get the question right. So what you asking is, when he works with me, does he sell more than when he works with other artists?
Yes,
I would say yeah, absolutely.
that's crazy, man. It's
I would
interesting,
say
man.
yeah. I would say yeah. Only other person that I could think of that might have sold just as much or can sell the amount that I sell with Ghost would be a Rome Streets.
Rome streets.
And I don't know if I'm wrong or right, but if I am, Ghost, feel free to say something in the comments.
Right, right. So moving along, man. I asked Big Ghost what his favorite Gucci Ghost project was to date. Personally, I think it's 4. I like the sound bites of that. I feel that whole shit was very cinematic.
Okay.
Here's what he said. My favorite Gucci Ghost project is the third one. Obviously, the first one has a
Absolutely.
special place in my heart, but something about the third one just flows perfectly. Maybe also because it's the only one that had 0 guest features and was all Mickey. What about you, man?
3. Listen,
3?
I listen to Gucci Goes 3. I listen to Gucci Goes 3 at least twice a week, bro.
Well,
Like,
still? Really?
hell yeah, bro.
I
I
like
got class.
that. I like knowing that, man. I
I
like
got
knowing that.
classic. Got some boycotts.
Sorry?
You said you like what?
No, I like knowing that you actually listen to your
Oh yeah,
music,
hell
that
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
just
hell
walk
yeah.
away from
Hey,
it.
no, hell
Yeah.
no. So what I do is, what a lot of my projects is when I'm dropping it, I'm on a consistent run. I don't have time to listen to them, but when I'm in a downtime, I go back and listen to. That way, I can appreciate my work because I'm a fan of music more than I am a fan of myself. So if I can go listen to my own shit and make it through a whole project of my own without being like, oh, I should have did this or I should have said this, and I can sit there and be like, fuck, dog, this shit hard.
Do
Like,
you ever feel like you're listening to someone
yes.
else when you're really getting into your
Absolutely.
own music?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
crazy, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Gucci Goes
So,
3 is my Gucci Goes 1 lyrically is the best one to me. But Gucci Goes 3 sonically and just like, yeah, bitch, we back. Gucci Goes 3 is undoubtedly phenomenal from Gucci underwear, Naughty by Nature, icebergs, uh, designer caskets. It's so many dope ass joints on there. The not Paulo's Ghost, the Ghost of Mauricia, like all there's so many. No, Mauricia's interlude. Like it's so many joints on there on Gucci Ghost 3 that's like, fuck, bro. I go back and listen to it and be like, damn.
Big
I
Ghost
couldn't
is like Mickey's a guaranteed seller every time, man. So
every man
dope.
listen because Ghost is a guaranteed seller every time, bro. They should have never let us leak.
So here's the dope thing. It looks like you're now the artist he's worked with the most, more than anyone else. I believe he said he had a few with Conway, and you just surpassed that.
Yeah, other than Conway, yeah, it's me.
What I think you've surpassed that, and he even told me, I think there's some you guys are still working. Like you guys
Yeah,
aren't done,
absolutely.
right?
Oh man, listen.
Listen.
Me and Big Ghost is the new Run the Jewels, man. We like we need a name at this point. We like motherfucking Guru and Premier, bro.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? We some bad motherfuckers together, bro. And,
Oh, I can't hear you.
my bad. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, Ghost in my eyes is like a alchemist or I hold him up there to that regard when it comes to this underground legendary shit. Like the people that he's worked with, like he only if you get a hit, if you check your DM and you got a hit from Big Ghost saying, yo, I like what you do, I want to work with you, you know you doing something fucking right because there's people that would cut their fucking wrists and bleed to death to
Right.
get a joint with Big Ghost. That's why I said on Gucci Ghost 1, you wouldn't get a go. You couldn't get a go. You couldn't get a project with Ghost in your afterlife.
So it's almost a stupid question, but what do you like about working with him? Forget about how good he is, just the process of working with him.
That he
what do you like about
me? That he allowed. But Ghost is a control freak. So
right.
So with me being a producer, an audio engineer, an arranger, and so forth, Ghost allows me to take the lead. Like there's a couple of beats, and I won't say the names, but if you check the back of a couple of the Gucci Ghost albums and even Gucci Gambinos, you'll see it'll say additional production by Mickey Diamond. There's certain beats that Ghost has sent me that I've rearranged without his knowing, maybe slowed it down, pitched it up, took the hook part and made it the verse and so forth and don't even tell him. And when he hears it, you can literally see that I did the right thing. And he's like, hell yeah, bro. Like we got one.
I asked him a similar question, what he likes about working with you. Here's what he wrote. Mickey's the only artist that I've worked with who enjoys doing his own additional production. But more importantly, he might be the only one that I want that from. That's crazy, man.
See what I'm saying? We on the same wavelength. We do shit like that, bro. And then we know, like, like a lot of people do projects, bro, and then get the final project and it's like, we should take this song off or add this song or do this or change this. Like, we don't really have too much of that. Like, when me and Ghost are done with a project, that's it. And we both give the head nod and it's see you on payday.
And you guys have never seen each other, so there's no head nod.
Never, bro. But I feel like I've known him all my life.
That's crazy, man. That's amazing, man. So it's all text messaging, basically.
It's all DM for the most part. Yeah, it's all DM. But it's consistent though. It's consistent though. All it takes is a yo. You know what I mean? Whether because he on a different time zone than me, so I might send a yo at 9:30 and get the response back at 11. But I can talk to him like a friend. It doesn't feel like I'm talking to a big name producer who I'm just working with on a business level anymore. Like that's my guy.
King Lo is asking, is Big Ghost Japanese? I don't even want to answer because I did ask him where he's from. He didn't want to give me an answer.
He's not Japanese.
I know where he's from.
We got me and him got an inside joke. Okay. He's not Japanese.
Okay. So he had another comment, which I'll say. He said Mickey works like I asked, what inspires you to work with him some more. He said Mickey works quick and comes with a lot of his own ideas that get us from point A to B to C faster. Being a producer himself, he also has a good ear and adds a lot to the compositions. Also, he's definitely one of them ones. His name belongs on bigger marquees, but somehow he still flies under a lot of radar. So I remember you saying something like that to me in the last interview. You still don't feel quite the recognition from those that kind of set this lane in motion.
No,
Um,
I feel like is I feel like this, and this is my honest opinion about how I feel about it. I feel like with the work that I've done, with the consistency that I have, with the lyrical ability that I have, with the creativity that I have, with the people that I've introduced throughout my run. I've introduced people to new artists. I've introduced people to graphic designers. I've introduced people to, you know what I mean? Plenty. There's so much that I do that I feel like the names that are names know who I am, but there's a certain level of restraint because it's a competition thing at the end of the day, and the higher ups or the people that would reach down to you, they don't want to be outshined, so they won't give me give me the hand up because they can't just necessarily say like, yo, look what I found. Look who you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I made this person. I found this I'm already established. I'm damn near just as good, if not better, than some of our favorites.
and on a positive note, you got your verse from Method Man on Gucci Gambinos. I think that's one of his better verses that I've heard recently.
He
To be
went
honest,
crazy, bro.
yeah.
He went crazy. And he said
Oh,
my
go ahead.
name in the verse.
Yeah, he did. That's right. Yeah. How did that come together? I know he's an early supporter, right? But how
Yeah,
did
yeah.
that come together?
So one night it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and somebody tagged me in the post that he had gave me a shout out on Kevin Hart. He was on Kevin Hart podcast, and he shouted me out. And from there, his trainer, he you know, he works out, so his trainer is a supporter. He listens to me all the time. So when they work out, he plays my music for Meth, and Meth hit me a couple of times like, yo, Mickey, we gotta work. Mickey, let's do something. Mickey, let's work. Blah, blah, blah. And I just didn't want to waste the opportunity and just put, you know, a lot of shit like underground is finicky. So if you could do the greatest song of your life and put it out as a single, and it'll just be some fly by night shit that people won't remember next Tuesday. So I didn't want that to be that. And so not only is the trainer a fan of me, but he's a fan of Big Ghost. And he reached out to Ghost, and we just put it together. And he did the no, it's not. Oh, it's in my coat. It's in my super. He did the album. I mean, he did the verse, bro, on for free, and you know, that's a highlight in my career, bro.
Did
And that's something that
did you guys talk? Did you
um
guys talk, or
not verbally. So I got his phone number
right?
and I got his email. I've been nervous to just I don't want to just call him and just tell you know what I mean. I've been nervous. I would rather just
Right.
meet him in person
Yeah.
first, and then I will feel that comfort. You know, it was the same thing with RJ Payne. RJ Payne one day, bro, just hit me and was like, yo, let's, you know, and I gave him my number. Me and RJ Payne talked on the phone for probably like 2 hours, bro. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? And I'm telling him, and he's like, yo, I heard it. He's like, yo, Method Man put me on to you. And I'm like, yo, where? He like, yeah, he fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. He like, you ain't never talked to Meth? And I'm like, nah. He like, bro, I'll give you his phone number. He gave me Method Man's
So
phone number. I never called. You know what I mean?
go,
But
go ahead. Go ahead.
as a sign of respect from a legend, I mean, we talking about How High, we talking about Takal, you know what I mean? We talking about fucking MATHOD, man. We talk about fucking Method Man, bro. And for him to jump on my record, bro, he picked the record that he wanted to jump on. Cause I had a second verse on that song, and we took my second verse off, and that's what became Speed Knots. So my second verse for that song that Method Man on became Speed Knots, which is the song that comes after.
Did he drop any gems on you at all? I know you
I
guys
haven't
don't talk much,
spoke to
but
him. I've
not
never
yet.
really spoke to him
That'll
like
be a dope
conversational wise.
conversation, man.
He
Whenever it
just
happens.
sends me video messages. Like he be in the car going somewhere, and he'll be like, "Yo, Mickey, man, I hope everything good with
Right.
you. You know, just hit me. It's time. Let's work. You know what I mean? And that won't be the last joint. That won't be the last joint that me and Meth do, bro. And I think that it was perfect that he did it on the Gucci Gambinos, the joint that I'm showing, you know, homage to the Wu, because a lot of my shit is Wu inspired, man. You know, they're my crown jewel when it comes to how I want to go out with a legacy. I want to be able to be talked about. I want to be able to go tour and shit like that 30 years later off my work. That, you know what I'm saying?
So
So
you don't think Griselda or like Roc Marciano, you go back to Wu-Tang still?
yeah, absolutely,
That's sort of
absolutely. Even though I will say this, my initial inspiration for what made me want to get into this underground shit. Okay, what made me want to get into this underground shit the way that I did, because I always been rapping and I always been doing this shit, and I always wanted to foot in. But in 2011, bro, I read a Source magazine, and in the back of the shit, they was doing the Artist of the Year and all of that shit, and it was and they did underground album of the year, and Marshberg got underground album of the year, and I never heard of it. And I'm big on finding new niggas. Like that's always been my thing. Like, you know what I mean? So I went and listened to. I went and found Roc Marciano on YouTube, and that shit was like, yo, it's niggas still doing what I'm doing. This is at a time where trap was like becoming prominent, and like this is the double XL. I'll tell you exactly what double XL issue it was. It was a double XL issue where Big Sean, Wiz Khalifa, Lil Boosie, Kendrick Lamar, and it was some others. They was the freshmen of the year. They was on the freshman cover. If you go look in the back of that, Marshberg got runner up for underground album of the year, and the album of the year for underground was Sean Price, Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I started going to dig, and I started going to find more people, and I found Roc Marciano, and it was like, yo, you know, it's people still doing this shit that I can do, and I'm telling my baby mother, like, yo, I still got a chance.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't gotta hang this shit up. So Marciano was a big inspiration to me, and I consider him the godfather of this shit, to be completely honest. Because he's a one-on-one. Like I've heard plenty of people over the years be like, "Oh, this person trying to rap like Roc Marciano." Like if you listen to Alchemist lately with the shit he's rapping just like Roc Marciano. His whole style is
he's dope with the pen, man.
But he's big dope. He like Alchemist always could rap, but now his shit starting to sound like rock. The way he saying illustrious, the jacket cost $750.
And Action Bronson and Roc Marciano rubbed off on him a bit.
Oh man, Action Bronson was he was the second. He was the second one that was like who the fuck is this guy? And hold on, give me 1 second.
Mickey, I want to ask you. I want to respect your time, but can I get 15, 20 more minutes to wrap up this classic? I got some more material for you, bud.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. All right. Because you told me an hour, right? So you know what I'm saying. I like to respect the time, but let's do it, man. So I asked Big Ghost, is there anything he's got planned in 2025 that he can divulge? This is a big one. Here's what he said. He said, "I don't want to jinx nothing, but if it happens, it would be the high point of the entire Big Ghost discography up to this point, like a legendary move. I can't speak on it since it's still in the early stages. It involves some serious legends, though."
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? At first, I thought it had to do with you, but it sounded like a whole nother project, man. That's crazy. I'm just realizing.
Model, man. I feel like this at this point, bro. You know, without tooting my own horn, I would have to say this. What I have done between 2020 and 2025 so far as of right now, bro, has been legendary. And a lot of shit that I have done, we will not see for a long time. I've done things now. Granted, I'm not on a level of a Griselda, but I got worldwide fans. I got fans everywhere.
Yeah.
I got merchandise everywhere. I got albums everywhere. See a lot of people. This is what I want. And artists in this that's paying attention right now, that's in here, and fans in here. This is what I want y'all to pay attention to and really, really, really gauge what I'm about to say. How many artists can really say that they have a classic or multiple classic projects, like a classic, like yo, undeniably. Like mad people heard this album,
recognized by a segment of the
yes, like people, like mad people can be like, oh, if I say right now, how many people got this vinyl, or how many people heard this album? Mad people will be, yo, I heard that. What's your favorite? You know what I mean? A lot of people don't have that.
I salute to you. I want to back up for a second because I thought when I first read it, I thought he said that this is a Gucci Ghost album, but I'm realizing he's saying he's got the biggest project ever potential in his discography.
Absolutely.
In 2025.
Absolutely.
So yeah, well, salute to him. Salute to you too. But yeah, I just wanted to make that clear. Yeah.
Anything Big Ghost do, listen. Yeah. Big Ghost gave me the opportunity to be on the Crime Apple album this year, man. I always been a fan of Crime Apple. I got to be featured on the Crime Apple album this year. Shout out to Big Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my brother, bro. I don't give a fuck if he come out tomorrow and be like, yo, I'm dropping the West Side Gun album, and he say, yo, Mickey, can I get a verse on here? I'm on that motherfucker. Whatever Ghost want me to do,
you're on it.
I'm doing it, my man.
So Your audio went out for a second, but being that Big Ghost is a legend, he's worked with Westside Gun, Conway 38 Special, Ghostface, many others. I wanted to get his take on the whole recognition piece, that we were talking about, like for you specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked for his take. This is what he had to say. It was an interesting response. I think it's tough to compete with Griselda. Anything attached to Westside Gun name is going to get a lot more attention. The fans love his curation work. You see a lot of the artists he collaborated with or executive produced for. The joints they do apart from him don't get the same level of acclaim or attention. It's a gift and a curse. No disrespect to none of them at all. If anything, it just proves how much cosigns matter. We all need them. I think Mickey is more invested in seeing the umbrella brand grow than becoming attached to another movement, which is exactly what he should do. How does that sound right to you? Is that where your head is
Absolutely
at?
right. And if you listen to any of my interviews and see how I move, yeah, it's true. Like, I had an opportunity through a producer last year to do a record with Westside Gun, and I actually got a record with Westside Gun that came out. It was a single. They put it to vinyl and everything like that, and it was just a testament, bro. Like, sometimes big names and big features do less than you would think that they would. And sometimes, like one of my biggest records to date is from a producer that nobody would know of if we didn't do Oroku Saki, which is Raul Duke. You know what I mean? Raul Duke produced that. Me and him came with a concept so dope that our vinyl literally made it to the hands of the co-creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I got a picture of the guy I got a picture of the guy who co-created Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles holding the Oroku Saki.
How old is he? Or
the co-creator of shit, he probably he got to be in his 50s or
did he have any thoughts on it, or was like, oh,
you know what?
cool, did he have any real thoughts about it?
I wasn't there when the picture was taken. Right. He was doing a meet and greet at a Comic-Con or some shit, and somebody who owned my vinyl.
Okay, got it.
And had him sign it, and he took a picture with it. And you can see he looks happy as hell holding it. You know what I mean? And that's dope. It's the same thing with my Flair projects. I got there's a guy named Steve Brown. Shout Steve Brown. He got a copy of Flair for the Gold, the Obi, with Ric Flair's signature on it, and Ric Flair holding it.
Yeah,
and then he got a copy. And he also got Ric Flair holding a copy of Sting versus Flair.
I thought you said he heard it.
No.
Like, oh man, that's
crazy.
Oh
no. I don't know if he heard it or not, but at the same time, just just to be able to see that shit, somebody cared enough to take it there and it made it to that person's hands. Like the dude who created it. Like, I grew up on Ninja Turtles. Everything about Ninja Turtles, that's just a major part of my life.
I remember interviewing Sean Links, doing some research, and he has a Bolo Young album, and there's a shot of Bolo Young signing the thing, man. Which is
and see that, and see shit like that is legendary, bro. Like, you know what I mean? These is milestones in our life that we'll be able to look back on and say, yo, my work didn't go in vain.
Yeah. So I asked Ghost where he places you among all the crazy MCs he's worked with. His response: Mickey is easily in the top 3. Aside from him being an incredible rapper, his artistry is just different. Like I said, his ear really sets him apart. His background as a beat maker, producer himself, probably has a lot to do with it. So there you go, bud.
Thank you. Appreciate you, Ghost.
Speaking of loyalty, man, on It's 5 o'clock somewhere, you launched some missiles at someone, the Alcoholics, man. I didn't expect to hear this track. Just wondering, man, it seems like Umbrella's been doing some spring cleaning recently with the people you affiliate with, even people that have been on my platform. I'm not going to name names or ask you to get controversial, but I did want to ask you, how do you manage? You could say whatever you want about it, but how do you manage this type of shit? I imagine you have a lot of people trying to get under your skin at times. Or
so what it is this. So I don't take many things personal, and a lot of nemesis and a lot of superheroes' greatest enemies were their best friends at some point. You know what I mean? Nobody can. So when you look at the things that you've done to assist or help or ideas or positions you put people in and so forth, you would think that in the greater scheme of things that they wouldn't have anything negative to say about you and they'd be appreciative. But those are the things that peels back the layers and reveals the inner demons that person is carrying. And when the person has that much dislike for you, when you did nothing but give them opportunities to be heard, be seen, get situations and so forth and so on, that shows it reveals a jealousy. So I don't have a problem speaking on motherfuckers that would sit there in my inbox and try to pick my brain and what you working on and all of this shit, and you think that you conversing with a comrade or a colleague, or you know what I mean, and then the all the while behind the scenes they're talking shit about you, or they're saying this about you, or they're saying this about you, but they won't do that and let you know that you're dealing with a fucking snake. It's like Adam and Eve with the fucking, you know, the tree of knowledge. You know what I mean? Like,
I can't hear you.
We don't have any room for snakes. And what it all boils down to is that, you know, these people that they let themselves go first and foremost. So we didn't come and kick anyone out. They came and kicked themselves out by doing disloyal things and being untrustworthy and so forth and so on. So these are the same motherfuckers that you would have been taking on the ship with you to go ride out, and they've been the same motherfucker poking holes in the boat so that this bitch can sink.
So,
you know what I mean?
What's your strategy for reading people, man? I mean, people are probably talking in your ear all the time or online. How do you read people and know who to invest time in, man, and who's worth your time?
Well, without getting too religious, I was born with, I feel like I've always been born with a spirit of discernment, meaning God only brings people in my life that I'm supposed to have connections with. I'm not one of those people that have been backstabbed so many times or any of that. I literally can meet a person and know that that person is going to be my friend or in my life for a long time. You know, a couple of people slip through the cracks, but that's their own doing. It wasn't me being a bad person or a bad judge of character. It was you being a bad character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm seeing the good in you even when it's not there. So I don't really do it anymore. What it did do is it put a bad taste in my mouth to be more selective about who I choose to just give. Because, you know, I feel like the redhead stepchild sometimes when a lot of things, a lot of my come ups and all of that shit. Like, I didn't have no big name that was just like, hey, everybody, Mickey Diamond, they're Mickey Diamond. Or my best friend wasn't fucking roam streets where I could just drop a song and everybody know me and all of this shit. So it was like I had to grind and work, and I built my own name. And in the process, I had good friends and good family members who helped build their name alongside mine and so forth and so on. So you being disloyal enough to push yourself away from something that you see. Like, I know a lot of people that did that, and speaking about that same exact person from that song, I know they're kicking themselves in the ass right now because their careers is doing shit. They can't drop a record, they can't get a deal, they can't do, nobody cares. And it just goes to show how powerful our brand is and how much disloyalty is a disservice to yourself and not to others. When you are a disloyal person, you're not doing any harm to that person that's a good person that's trying to put you in position. You're cutting off your own fucking hands, and now you can't pick up the food that they put down to eat.
Right.
You know what I mean? So they're only doing themselves a disservice. So I'm just a little more selective about who I name drop and who I say, you know what, go fuck with this nigga. You know what, I need a feature on this album. I got 10 people who really got names that I can say right now, hey, come jump on this album, they do it, no problem. But I'm gonna get you the person that don't got a name so you can be heard.
I mean, you dropped so many projects today, and I don't think I heard a flat out diss track. So I was like, whoa, this is
well,
like
Stone Island. So I don't do diss tracks, but the first diss track that I ever actually did was Stone Island Shooters. That was on Gucci Goes One. That was me, Snotty, and Pro.
I gotta go back.
Yeah, Stone Island Shooters. It was me, Snotty, and Pro. And it's actually the same person that we're talking about on that record. It's the same person I'm talking about on the Alcoholics record. And if you listen, I'm also talking about that same person on Super Shredder on Tin Can Assassin.
Okay, got it. So speaking of friendships, I'm understanding now that Daniel's son joined the Umbrella.
My brother,
right?
Yeah,
so shout out to him. I'm very excited that I actually have an interview with him next month. I've been waiting for that. He's from Toronto, home team. Very excited for that one. But I wanted to ask you how that came together. Why did that seem like a good play? I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But how did it come together?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So we did a show in VA. Daniel's son got booked. I've been a fan of Daniel's son.
Jay the Jeweler?
Yeah.
Was there?
Yeah, absolutely. And we all had an Airbnb, and Daniel's son came out, and I've been a fan of the Daniel's son for a minute, and him and Pro always had a good relationship. But he was on Spooky Voodoo, when Pro did the album with DJ Finn. Shout out to DJ Finn. And he Pro always had a good relationship with the guys over there, Gold Air and BBM, and so. I never, me and Daniel's son never really had too many words, and he was always one of those guys that I'm like, I want to do a song with eventually. He was around in the era when I first kind of stepped into the underground when, Uncle John and Crime Apple and Daniel's son and Mav and the Cloth and everybody was. So it was like, I look at him at a super high regard. So when I finally got to meet him that weekend, dude, we just had a fucking ball, bro. Like the whole time, what I'm saying? Like me and Danielson, like every time you looked up, it's me and Danielson. I got my arm around him, he got his arm around me. We fucking drinking and partying and having fun, and we rapping and all of this shit. And it was like, I forgot who said it. I think it was Pro, but it was more or less like, yo, how y'all feel about bro joining? I'm like, Danielson, one of them type of people, bro. He don't gotta join no umbrella. He's but the fact that I look at him as the same way as I look at the J Royale. J Royale didn't have to join the umbrella, but it just goes to show how good we are and how much work we're doing, and they can see the vision and what we doing and how they could be an asset instead of going against something that's going to eventually, take over the globe. Why not come be a part of the dream team? And you know what I mean? And so that's how it kind of came about, bro. And we did the vote.
It's pretty cool because you guys came after him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
hell yeah.
And sort of you built yourself up, and now you guys are like teaming. That's cool.
And I don't look at it as a Danielson joined the umbrella. I look at it as a umbrella joined Danielson, and Danielson joined the umbrella. We one and the same. Like he's Danielson no matter where he goes. And I got to see not only that weekend, I got to meet him and see how cool he is as a regular ass person, and me and him build. But I got to see him perform live for the first time ever, and he fucking rocked it, bro. And it was just one of those things. It was like, it just made sense. And I'm glad that Danielson over there with us, bro. That was a great acquisition.
I went to DiBiase Beat show here in Toronto, and he showed up and did an impromptu performance that was fucking dope. But I think it's dope that you're building your network here in Canada, man. So when are we going to see you here in Toronto? So can you come down to Toronto or come up to
absolutely,
Toronto?
Absolutely. This
You're
year,
able to?
Hell yeah, this year. Yeah, I don't got no restrictions, man. I'm actually about to get my passport. I don't have my passport yet, but I don't have any restrictions to where I can't. So I'm about to get my passport, man, and we actually in talks. We're gonna start putting together some tours and some overseas shows and things of that nature, because it's that time. We wanted to spend a lot of this time just building the brand. A lot of people kind of put the cart before the horse and don't. You know what I mean? Even down to selling music or selling vinyls type of thing. Be like, oh, this person you got a vinyl deal, and you thinking that you're doing more because your post get 300 likes, but now you drop 300 vinyls and you can't sell 125 units. It's like you thought.
Yeah,
that it was more
you're getting ahead of yourself.
Yeah,
and even the fans could read when you're sort of getting ahead of yourself. Like,
so
I don't know.
So we just wanted to make sure that we was building the brand in a way that was going to guarantee when we go do these shows, people will pop out. People are, you know what I mean? So it's not just wasted. You don't want to book a show in a foreign land and you get there and it's fucking 3 people in the crowd because nobody knows who you are. You know what I mean? So I think over this past 5 years of us consistently building a brand with the star power that we got, because Pro Dillinger is a star in his own right. I'm a star in my own right. Slotty's a star in his own right. Substance got his fan base. J Royale was a fucking star in his own right. Danielson is a star in his own. Just those fucking 6 names right there alone, not to mention Mac and everybody else, but those 6 names alone could draw out a fucking show. Like we all have our own individual fans.
The turnout would be crazy in Toronto,
exactly.
Especially the first show that you guys come down for.
Yeah, so now it makes sense. Yeah, absolutely.
We're almost done, but I wanted to ask you. I saw a post you made about this EVA event, Extreme Visual Arts. Is it? Yeah. You were like, what did you say? When Diamond Dallas comes back from his injury, we're making history live on PPV at EVA 5. So I guess you didn't make it to that.
Yeah, no, wasn't able to make it to this one, unfortunately, due to some circumstances and things of that nature. But so they had to, they had to give Pro Dillinger the championship title, and I'm fine with that, bro, because that's my brother.
You also wrote like you're sitting on the vacant belt or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
hell yeah, because he didn't win it from me. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
my title, bro.
Yeah.
And so when I get off this injury, I'm coming back, and I mean he got to see me in the ring for that belt. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
brother? Or not? That's what that
What kind of
is.
injury are we talking about?
Nothing I want to go on
All
camera and
right. That's
discuss,
cool.
but
That's cool, man. That's
yeah.
cool. So look, bro, this has been amazing. I have one closing question for you since it's right after New Year's. What's Mickey Diamond's New Year's resolution, bro?
To live better, eat better, and to put my energy in a positive place to where I no longer am scared to make investments that would further my career, and stop sitting back watching people do things that I am fully capable of, and to grab the underground by the balls, pause, and to run with it in a way that only I can, because I have the light right now and the power to do so. There's a lot of things that I don't do that I overly could, and you sit back and you watch this person be put in this position or this person put in this, and it's like, damn, instead of sit back and admiring when you got the same capability to do so, why not just go and do it?
Yeah.
Making money is easy. Creating avenues to make money is the hard part. And once you make a money at such an abundance without doing so much things, then it kind of creates a zone for you to be lazy. And I don't want to become lazy, because just as well as I know that even though it's a career and it could last for as long as it is going to last, it could fizzle out at any moment. And I want to always have multiple avenues and things of that nature to fall back on, and create other avenues for myself to create opportunities for other people. So I plan on starting a couple of other subsidies and businesses within the underground realm that have nothing to do with me rapping per se, that are going to be business ventures that would be able to incorporate other people that I can do even if I'm no longer rapping as Mickey Diamond himself.
So Mickey, that's a great note to leave it on. I love the energy. It leaves it to be continued. Hopefully we can keep doing this
Absolutely,
periodically.
man.
I
Anytime
enjoy
you want
these,
me
man.
on, bro. I like I said, I remember when you first came around, bro, and I'm watching you build up your clientele, bro, and I'm watching you make your rounds, bro. And I just want to tell you I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself, and don't stop, because you got a gift, and if you weren't meant to be doing this, you wouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? So you can have me on anytime you want to, brother.
Dope. It's a habit at this point, bro. It's like
Absolutely.
a muscle reflex, man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
thank you. I just want to shout out a few people. Big Ghost, of course. Leo, freaking Alberts,
Yeah,
Aiden.
that's
I
my
mean, I
guy.
could go out on Yamo, the Joe, Feral Pizza. I could keep going here, but any final words before we depart?
Yeah, man. Keep your eyes on the prize and God in your heart, man. Put your family first, man. Save your money for rainy days, and prepare for the worst, because when it comes, it comes. But just know that you built for it, and nothing can stop you from being you. If you feel like you can do it, do it. Don't wait for an opportunity to happen. Make it happen, because nothing falls out the sky. We all great. We all born champions. We all born winners, and I want everybody to win. I hope everybody have a prosperous 2025. And all the rappers, I hope y'all niggas know that I'm finna shit on niggas real bad. So make sure y'all plan y'all projects accordingly, dog, because it's gonna be real ugly.
Vega, if you're still here, you got to play this interview back, man.
Yeah, Vega.
Anyways, man.
Vega, you gonna have a hell of a year. You don't count. You gonna do what you do regardless. But nigga, I'm shitting on niggas this year. I felt slighted for this past 24. So I'm coming for blood for 25, man. But I want to see everybody happy. I hope everybody win. Bless everybody, kids and families and so forth, man. And that's why I'm gonna leave it at.
Dope, bro. Have a great night, everyone.
You too,
Peace.
man. Peace.